Good morning, students. Hope you all are keeping fine. So today we are going to start with our very first chapter, that is chapter 1, crop production and management. Okay, so why do we actually need to learn about this chapter, crop production and management? So let us try to understand some numbers before we understand this chapter. Now children, can you just guess that what all these numbers represent? Just see, it is 7.7 billion, and next is 1.37 billion, another number is 11, and the last one is 159.7 million. Just take a pause and think about it. You can take the help of the given picture which is given over there. And I hope you must be having some kind of answers. So now just listen to my answer, what these numbers represent. Yes, so here it is, world population. Okay, so 7.7 billion is equal to world's population. Okay, just keep it in mind that this is not an exact number. Okay, this is just an approximate number, all the numbers which I have mentioned over here, so don't get confused on this. Okay, so actually this number 7.7 billion, it is not the exact world's population, because there are 7.7 billion people. The second one is the 1.37 billion, that is the India's population. So you know, it is as higher as 1.37 billion people. So now next number you see over there, it is 11% of world's land is under cultivation. Okay, see, only 11%, you see, only 11% is used to grow plants. Now the last is 159.7 million hectares of India's land is under cultivation. You know children, it is basically the second largest country which has such a huge amount of land under cultivation. So as you can see from the data, okay, this data basically tells us about the number of people, you know, about the strength, that how many people, approximate how many people are there in our country. And if so many people are there in our country, that means all the people required food to eat. So when there are so many people and all of them required food to eat for their energy needs, so we can't just rely on nature to provide food for us. That is why we need to cultivate food. That means we need to grow crops. Yes, so coming back to our own chapter, it is very necessary for us to understand the basic terms which are related to this particular chapter. Okay, so let us see, let's start with first basic term, and that is agriculture. Okay, so you need to study a lot of things about agriculture in this chapter. So what is written over here? Agriculture, it is cultivating soil for growing crops and nurturing animals to provide food and other products. Okay, by mistake I have written wrong spelling of growing, that is growing, don't get confused. So see children, usually whenever we think about agriculture, okay, we think like we should grow more plants, but that is not completely a right answer. Two things you need to keep it in your mind, that is, the first one is cultivating soil for growing crops, and the second one is nurturing animals. So both these 2 points defines agriculture, okay, for the purpose of food and other products that we grow from plants as well as from animals. Okay, all right. So now the next basic term is crops. Yes, when a field, okay, when a field has the same kind of plants grown, okay, just remember, same kind of plants grown, that is known as crops. Okay, so same kind of plant is being cultivated on a very large scale. For example, you can just see it over here, that is crop of rice. Okay, which means field with only rice plants. Okay, another example could be when we talk about crop of field, that means field with only wheat plants. Yes, and the next one is the kharif crops. Okay, I know you all know what is kharif crops and what is rabi crops. Okay, so just we'll read out. Kharif crops is basically sown in rainy seasons. Example like maize, paddy, soya bean, cotton, etc. So you know why we call it as kharif crops? Because it needs lot of water. Okay, it needs lot of water. Yeah, so like maybe in the month of June to September in India. And the next one is the rabi crops, which is sown in winter seasons. Example mustards, wheat, pea, gram, etc. And it doesn't need as much water. Hope you all are clear with this introductory part as well as the basic terms which are related to this chapter. So in our next video we'll be discussing about preparation of soil. Okay, thank you very much and God bless you all.